Okay, the Oklahoma City Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, are legit championship contenders. You could argue that maybe they could benefit from making a move for like a, a true second player next to Shea in terms of scoring. But if you're me, you're looking at this team, you're saying, why? Okay, why? So the Oklahoma City Thunder are one of, if not the greatest story. The fourth best offensive rating in the league with 120.6. The ninth best defense in the league with 113.1. Plus 7.5 for their net rating, third best in the league. And the number one three-point shooting team in the league with 39.4% three-point percentage, with them making 13 threes a night. You know how many points that is? 39 points just from three-pointers, okay? And they're number one in blocks, third in steals, okay? So much we could put out. You got 31 points from Shea, who's, a freaking MVP candidate again. J-Dub should be most improved player of the year candidate with 18 points tonight. Chet Holmgren's probably going to be rookie of the year. You got a defensive player of the year in Lou Dort. You got Josh Giddey hitting 3-point shots. Yes, Josh Giddey is a 37% three-point shooter on 3 attempts a game. You got Isaiah Joe hitting shots. You got an actual backup point guard and Cason Wallace. And then you got like this, Kenrick Williams, Aaron Wiggins, and like Jay Will all being like Swiss Army knives on different nights. Feel so bad for Vasilija Micic. But this team is legit. They've arrived. They're third in the West. They're 23-11. And you guys know I say this all the time. It is historically proven that teams that make it to at least the conference finals are at least top 10 in either offense and defensive rating, and top 15 in the other category if they're top 10 in the other. So they have the makings of a championship team. So let's get right into today's video. So let's talk about it. So think about this. Back in 2012, the Oklahoma City Thunder were in the NBA Finals. They actually went up a game. And that was Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, and Serge Ibaka. Yeah. Then, reality struck, and everybody left. Injuries plagued Westbrook in 2013, Durant in 2015, and Harden's departure to Houston, Dion Waiters and Enes Kanter didn't really help them, and that whole era ended weirdly, and they were like in this weird hodgepodge. And Sam Presti's been through it all. So despite recent, biasy, the Thunder have defied expectations and established themselves as an elite team in the NBA. As I said, their current record sits at 23-11. 23-11. And an impressive 7.5 point differential. They are a force to be reckoned with in the Western Conference. And in, might I say, the entire NBA. Before we continue today's video, subscribe right now for NBA content. I work for HoopsHype. And like, comment. Now, remarkably, the Thunder's success deviates from expectations set by their multitude of future draft picks acquired from previous trades. These picks have played a minimal role in the current roster, with only one pick from the Clippers in 2022 contributing to the acquisition of Jalen Williams, J-Dub. Instead, the Thunder strategically selected Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, and Cason Wallace with their own picks and unearthed talents like Lou Dort and Isaiah Joe from the scrap heap. The centerpiece of this unexpected success is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, acquired in the trade that initiated the rebuild with the Clippers. Gilgeous-Alexander has emerged as a dynamic player, a potential MVP, a cornerstone for this Thunder's franchise, paired up with Chet Holmgren and the other young talents. This team's future appears so bright. And obviously we know what happened 13 years ago or 12 years ago, whatever it was. We know that this team has the ability, and we've seen it as they've stayed patient and been able to take a bold step using their extensive draft capital over the last few years. And now obviously like I said, they have to make a new move. Do they use the draft capital they still have to get that next guy? Like Chet, he's young. He's going to become that second option. But if you want to win this season, do you go out and get DeMar DeRozan for cheap? Do you go out and get like a Levine or like Jeremy Grant? And for me, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's presence suggests that maximizing the team's chances now might be the most viable option. While the case for patience is strong, weaknesses may be exposed in the playoffs, and immediate help in areas like defensive rebounding could be useful. The Thunder's success this season could tempt them to use their less valuable draft capital for immediate improvements this trade deadline or in the offseason. As the championship window opens for them to leveraging their assets to extend the summer of 2025, when the Thunder are poised to have a significant amount of cap room, the Thunder's decision at the trade deadline is going to be the biggest wild card. With the ability to literally outbid any team in the NBA for any player due to their stockpile of draft capital, it's going to be finding the right player is going to be the challenge and not jumping the gun. The Thunder shouldn't sit out simply because of their youth and long-term horizon. Opportunities in the NBA can be fleeting. And with a player like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander paired with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Josh Giddey, everyone except Shai being on a rookie deal, the Thunder should consider making a strategic move to capitalize on their current competitive position. So that's where it becomes like increasingly difficult to think like, okay, what do we do? Is this going to be short-sighted or is this the right move right now? So I want to know your opinion. What do you think the Thunder should do? I don't know why. Okay. And I wanna know, but for me, I was surprised by I don't know. And no, I don't know. I feel like this is a team that they have the potential to do a lot, but at the same time, I feel like, can they fumble the bag? Maybe, but I think the possibility to do a lot here, like, I don't think they need to go out and get DeJounte Murray. Jeremy Grant would be cool. Bring him back. You can get him cheap. I think they can make a move here, and they could go out and win a championship. I'm not kidding, guys. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm serious. They could. And that's where I want to hear your guys' opinions down below in the comment section. What is your expectation for this team? Why? Do you think they'll win? If so, what? But that's going to be it for me tonight. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to, I guess, milk this for a few minutes. But I was like making a TikTok earlier, or I did make a TikTok, and it just pissed me off, okay? Because I did everything I wanted. I made it exactly the way that I wanted to make it, okay? And it just did not come out the way that I anticipated. And it really pissed me off. It really pissed me off, so I want to see if I can fix that. Bye.